Hey folks, hope you're having a wonderful day. So, here we are again. We have the first PSA reveal of 2026. Now, uh, this is not sports, this is actually all TCG. We have some One Piece. In fact, those are some of our bangers. I believe I have a Final Fantasy Magic card in here, but most of it is part of that Topps Marvel Chrome that came out, I think, over the summer last year. And this will probably be the last PSA reveal, at least for a couple of months, because I don't have any orders out right now. I have a few orders prepped. Here in Atlanta, we do have a submission station over in Atlanta. Unfortunately, every time I drive by, they're closed because I have to drive by on the way to work and on the way home, and by that time they're already closed. So I really need to take like a long lunch or something and drop off some submissions. So I'll figure that out. But we have, I believe, 25 cards in here. I already know the results because obviously when they finished, they sent out offers. Surprisingly, none of these cards got offers, even though, hey, some of these cards are pretty darn good in my opinion. But we're gonna go through these and we're gonna have some fun. So, um, the probably the biggest thing that was most annoying about this was I sent these to PSA in early September, like the first or second week of September, and these finished, like I said, last week. So what? This is now the 20th of January. So this was basically the second week of January when this was finished. Um, and it actually spent an entire month in the QA checks. I don't understand it. In all honesty, PSA, you guys need to be better because I think it was in assembly for like a little bit over a week, maybe 2 weeks. But QA checks, I don't see how it should have been stuck in that area for that long. So that is my 2 cents because that was literally, I mean, October, November, December, good, half of September and half of January. So a little bit over 4 months, which is starting to become the standard now. Um, yeah, that's not good, guys. So they're gonna have to figure something out. All right, so enough of that. Enough of my whining and moaning. There, we're gonna open this up and see the results. So, yeah. In all honesty, the results didn't bother me too much because, with the Topps Chrome Marvel, I knew those cards were kind of rough, in all honesty. so, uh, so I was like, well, I want to send some of these in. These are, I think some base, but a lot of them numbered. Um, so, well, in fact, at least two of them were low numbered, pretty low numbered anyway. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's kind of hard to prep cards when you know it's going to be 4 months away because the demand for the cards could completely fall out by then. But hey, I guess that's the biz, as they say in the hobby. But right now, I guess One Piece is just the popularity for One Piece is just skyrocketed recently for some reason or another. So I'm kind of excited for these because One Piece always grades pretty well. Very rarely do I get bad grades for One Piece cards. And like I said, these One Piece cards are pretty special. But we'll get to that when we get there. All right, get rid of the paperwork. One other thing, and I think I've said this before in previous videos, PSA is so darn stringent on, make sure when you submit, they're submit in order. But then when you get them back, they're given to you in any kind of way, any kind of order, and it's like you guys can't follow the restrictions you guys give us. You know that. I mean, to me, that's how I think it should be. Tell me if you guys agree or not in the comments below, and tell me your experience with PSA. All right, we're gonna get started. As you can see here on the top, we have Mystique. This was actually one of the numbered ones. This was an orange numbered, an orange lava, numbered out of 25. As you can see, 4 out of 25. Looked really nice, and we got a 9. So not sure why, but that is a pretty card. In fact, a lot of the Topps Chrome Marvel, man, they were nice and sturdy. They I don't know who printed them, but these cards felt really good. So yeah, not sure why they got a 9, but hey, that's okay. Gambit. This was another numbered card. This is numbered out of 399. A Spiderweb Refractor, and we got a 10. There we go. All right, next is one of the One Piece cards. I guess we have a few One Piece cards. I'm gonna put those off to the side for now, because those are some of the nicer ones. All right, this is Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering, I guess it started to. I mean, they've done it for a while now, but they're starting once again. They're working with other brands. Last year we had the big, Lord of the Rings, and then they've done Spider-Man, they've done Avatar, Transformers, and all that. Well, one that got my attention was Final Fantasy series. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, even though I haven't gone past 8, but I own all the other ones. One day I'll play them. Who knows when. But anyway, this one was pretty popular. It was the VV Ornithopter. I think this was out of Final Fantasy IX. But I sent it in just to see what it was like, and it got a 9. So that's pretty cool. Alright, next we have Mr. Captain America. I actually sent 2 of these in, as you can see over here on the other pile. I think these were gold lava. Oh, yellow lava, gold lava, however you want to look at it. Incredibly popular character. Looks like Steve Rogers is coming back in Avengers Doomsday, so I figured this would be perfect to get this card graded and more or less getting ready for that, even though it's December of this year. But better early than late, I guess. And it got an 8, unfortunately. Not sure why. I mean, I didn't see any scratches or anything, but apparently somebody at PSA is not a fan of Mr. Captain America, or maybe I don't know, maybe they have some ulterior some ulterior thoughts about Captain America. So here's another one, same thing, yellow lava, and that one got an 8 too. So like I said, not sure, maybe the person had something against good old Steve Rogers there. Alright, that's okay, we're gonna keep going. Here's another one, incredibly popular character, Magneto. He's coming back in the new movies as well, being played by I forget his name. He played Gandalf as well. Names usually come to me quickly when it comes to movies, but I'm drawing a blank. But another incredibly popular character, Magneto, with the yellow lava, and we pulled a 9. So apparently there's something that's causing my camera. We got some more One Piece. I'm moving those off to the side. But anyway, we got a 9. So put it here. Yeah, I don't know why the name is not coming to me of the actor. Later on, it'll come to me. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I do that from time to time, where I go, "Yeah, we're just out of focus, aren't we?" Where I just go, "Oh," and I just blurt out the name. All right, all right, another one. This is actually a character I do not know who they are, Krakoa. But the reason I sent this one in, it was another uh, Spiderweb Refractor, numbered out of 399. I think I opened like 10 boxes of these, hitting a few stores. Kind of excited about the Disney Marvel, and opened it up, and that got a 9 as well. I guess it's a giant tree. Looks like one of those trees from Mortal Kombat 2. So that's what I think when I see it. I just see like his mouth open up and just, I know I'm silly like that. All right, another one. We have another character. I have no idea who they are. Makari, um, almost like that other trading site. And I guess this is a guy who dresses up. I don't know. Is he like an English Egyptian deity? I don't know. I've never heard of this character. I'm not too well versed in Marvel other than the main characters, but it was a spiderweb refractor. Had to set it in. It looked good, and they thought so too because it was a 10. All right. Next, Mockingbird. Apparently, she's a singer. I don't know, but another spiderweb refractor, and we got a 9. So far, I mean, a lot of 9s. I mean, only a handful of 8s. So, we weren't getting like 6s and 5s. So, but yeah, right now, the 9s are more than the 10s and 8s combined. Next, an incredibly popular character. Never heard of them before, but Jeff the Land Shark. When the cards first came out, one of the higher paid for cards was Jeff the Land Shark. I'm like, okay, apparently he's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. But this was a Future Stars refractor. And I went, you know what? Send it in. Perhaps somebody would really like it. And yeah, that one got a 10 as well. So that one looked really, really pretty. All right, another one. Another Jeff the Land Shark. This one was a numbered one, and I actually liked the way it looked. Blue refractor, and I looked it up and down, and numbered at a 299, and we got a 9. So that's unfortunate, but man, that I don't see what they had an issue with because that front looks really nice. I mean, if you guys want to look at it, I don't think it's off centered. I don't think the corners have anything wrong with it. I didn't understand this one. This is probably the one I really don't get, but hey, here's what it is. Next one, another popular character, Ant-Man. This was pretty nice. This was a blue and green shimmer. Numbered out of 199, number 38. And that one got a 9 as well. So, apparently somebody... Oh, I think I see what was wrong here. I think there's a print line right across right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But there is a print line. It's like right here. So, alright. I won't hate on PSA too much, but... To the if you look closer, it's there. So maybe Jeff the Land Shark had a very, very minute print line. So, one of the inserts was an Iron Man Gold card. This one was really cool. This one is actually a numbered Iron Man Gold card. I guess it was gold. It was Iron Man Gold card, Orange Lava. How they saw orange out of the logo here, But really cool. It was numbered to 25, 8 out of 25. So there's only 25 cards of this one right here, and it looked really good. And we got a 10. So hey, I can live with that. I think this one right here is maybe 100 or 150 bucks. Looking on old eBay. So that right there, hey, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, that's another one that looked really good, and I'm glad somebody at the PSA agreed. All right, MODOK. That weird looking guy. Another spiderweb refractor. Sorry, shaking the camera. This was numbered 44 out of 399. And we got another 9. Oh, okay. Let's see. Next. Scarlet Witch. I tried my best to get cards that look good and characters that people mostly knew. But really try to avoid the base cards, mostly refractors, the numbered cards, and what have you. And so we have Scarlet Witch. Looked really good to me. Nice card, but still got a 9. But that is a really, really pretty card. Excuse me. Little stuffed up all of a sudden. Weather here's been very up and down, and for some reason my office has been incredibly cold, so everybody's wearing jackets and parkas and what have you, so who knows. Might have caught something. Next, Carnage. I think there's another refractor. Looked really nice. I didn't see anything wrong with this one. And that one got a 9 as well. So, yeah, I think there's the slightest of a scratch right there. So that's probably why. Probably everything else looks really nice, but yeah, they're having to look through this through a very, very fine-tooth comb to see errors here, because it's they're very small. All right, one of the most, if not the most popular character in the whole Marvel universe. We have Spider-Man. I have 2 of them. One of them wasn't a base, simply because it's Spider-Man. In fact, I think that's the only Marvel base card I sent in. And let's see, this is the base one, and it's Mr. Spider-Man right there, and yeah, we got a 10. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I haven't decided whether or not to add him or the other one to my PC, because I do like Spider-Man as that character, but we'll see. The other one is a refractor. I didn't get any number cards, but a Spider-Man and a refractor one, which is pretty cool. Looked really nice to me, and that one got a 10 as well. So yeah, that's really cool. Another one, Galactus. Another big, literally, character. Recently in the Fantastic Four movie. Refractor. I like the way they had him angled and all of that. And that one got a 9. Man, excuse me. Alright, I think we have just 2 more of the Marvel cards. I promise. Like I said, I sent in a lot of the Marvel cards, and this one was an anniversary card celebrating, I guess, 50 years of X-Men or Marvel or something like that. This one was Wolverine. Obviously, if he's not the most popular Marvel character other than Spider-Man, because I remember growing up, Wolverine wasn't all that big, and then all of a sudden, like in the early 90s, he just blew up in popularity. So, and since then he hasn't let go. So yeah, between him and Spider-Man, so I set this one in because it was a nice looking refractor, and apparently PSA said, well, there's something here that's not right, and they gave it a 9, which That would have been another nice one if that got a 10. I thought that would have been really cool. But whatever. All right, last Marvel character we have Blade or Blade. it was a yellow lava, and just like Captain America. Well, Captain America got 9s, but I guess they wanted to give Blade. I mean, Captain America's got 8, and they gave Blade a 9. So, but yeah, right there is was the last top character. As you can see, well, you can't really see, but you can kind of see that the 10s didn't get so much, but we got a lot of 9s and only 2 8s. So that's actually not too bad, because for a while, when I was looking back when the product came out, a lot of them were getting 7s and 8s, and very few 9s and very few 10s. So just getting the amount of 10s, I'm actually kind of happy. All right, so finish things off. We have 4 One Piece cards, and the cool thing about these were 3 of them came from the PSA magazine. So for those that don't know, PSA has a subscription model where the Collectors Club, where you're supposed to get special deals every month, which for some reason there hasn't been a deal in like 6 or 7 months. But one of the other things is you get magazines. You can get sports, or you can get the entertainment magazines. Well, when they made that distinction, I signed up for the entertainment magazines, and about twice a year they send a magazine with a One Piece card in it. So in that time frame, in the past year and a half or so, I've received 3 One Piece cards, and I finally took the time to send them in, which actually the timing couldn't be more perfect, because like I said earlier, One Piece has gotten incredibly popular. For some reason now people are standing in lines, just like Pokemon, for the latest One Piece release. Over the weekend I went to several Walmarts, and all the One Piece product was gone, which just blew my mind. Usually when I go out there, I see some One Piece out there and I can get a few packs, but like I said, everything is just flat out gone. So maybe there's a special card in there or something. I don't know. I haven't heard or anything, but I'm not too delved into that world. I just like getting the packs. Anyway, so we have 4 cards here. 3 of them are from the magazines, and 1 is just an alternate art from something I opened a while ago. So we will see that one as well. So let's start things off. Obviously, from the back, you can't tell which one was which, so we'll just figure it out as we go. So right here is the first one, the first card that came out from PSA. It was, as you can see here, Monkey D. Luffy, even though I want to say Luffy so bad. It was the first PSA magazine exclusive as far as I know, and sent that bad boy in, and sure enough, it came back a 10. One thing about One Piece is, like I said, everything comes back well graded. I think one time I got a 6, and I have no idea why. I firmly believe maybe somebody dropped it at PSA and then regraded it, because I'm like I'm like, there's no way. But all the other cards came back 10, so I didn't complain too much. Alright, next, what do we have here? We have, I'm just going to say it, Boa Hancock. that's how it looks. My luck is probably something totally different, but this was the second PSA magazine exclusive. And that one came out, I think, spring of last year. And yeah, that one got a 10 as well. So, and last I looked, the Monkey D. Luffy was selling like $500 or $600, and maybe this one about $400. So, hey, that already pays for the grading, despite all everything else. So I'm making a little bit of money here, so that works for me. All right, we'll just go ahead and do this one. This is probably the third PSA magazine exclusive, and it is a Shanks. I think this one came out September of last year, August, September magazine. So the most recent one, and got another 10. So, what can you say there? It's real. In fact, I think One Piece did a special promotion with like the Dodgers, and all those cards did really well. In fact, way better than these will. I'm hoping they might spread out to other sports, football, basketball, or just all the Major League Baseball teams. But because I'll definitely go to a game if I can get me a card or two. All right, last One Piece, another alternate art. It is, I'm gonna say Borsalino. I have no idea who the character is. I think I've watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes of the show. My youngest son is a huge fan. More power to him. but yeah, another alternate art card. This came from the OP06 release. I think we're now at 14, the one that just recently came out. So, but I mean, a new release is like every 2 or 3 months. So that's how often they release new cards. But yeah, this one got a 10 as well. I think this one is between 60 and $100. So, I mean, these cards are get high grades and high value. So, but yeah, there we go. I think out of the 25 cards, 12 of them came out PSA 10s. So right there, just shy of 50%. So yeah, I mean, I can't complain too much. And I have a firm belief that these cards will probably still sell okay. Anywhere between $20 and $50 depending on the character. I didn't do too much research, but I think but yeah, I firmly believe I made a profit here off of this submission, so I am okay with that. But tell me, guys, what did you think of this PSA reveal? Probably talked way too long for some reason. I just got stuffy and my throat just wants to clog up. Haven't had this issue all day, but sorry for that. Please forgive me. But if you like what you saw, hit that like button. And if you want to see more, you can always hit subscribe, help out the channel. Like I said, it's probably going to be a few months before you see the next PSA reveal. Hopefully by April or May sometime. I'm going to send, I'm going to try and stop by Cards HQ this week, do a submission, and maybe another submission in another couple of weeks. And probably try and get like every couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, a submission in, so we can get that ball rolling. So when late spring, early summer comes in, you'll see PSA submissions coming through. And hopefully, if they can speed things up, we can get them sooner. But right now, things are not looking too great. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.